everybody. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Jeff.
And we are the coaches taking you guys along on this 5-day challenge. All right. So you hear that it's belly blast, all right? But we're showing you what we do as a couple, as a family, with the information that you're getting for this fun challenge, and how we make it work for both of us. Okay. And so today's video was about, making sure that we're regulating our insulin correctly and how that affects so many other things, whether you're a man or a woman, right? Becoming insulin resistant is something that can happen to us, and that will lead us into prediabetes, diabetes, affecting both men and women, and what a big deal that is. But also the other things that it kind of spins off if we are not taking care of it. And then, of course, they talked about whole foods, they talked about fasting, they talked about the workouts, things like that. So we are trying to just give short videos each day for you guys on talking about how we make this work for the both of us. Okay. We've both been in fitness for almost 2 decades, and it's been
a long time.
Yeah. It's been over 5.5 years that we've been living the faster way lifestyle. And the thing is like, that's a really big deal. If we've been doing something and in a field for 20 years, but we found something that really has been able to take us through a busy life of raising 3 boys. It took us through the pandemic. All right. And on the other side, and so you can tell that it's something very flexible. All right. But also had to meet both of our needs. We have very different goals. Let's be honest. His fitness world looks very different than my fitness world, but how we've been able to adapt it for each other and for our family. So the first thing we're going to talk about, though, for day 1 is we are going to talk about food. Okay, there is a meal guide. You saw it on there. It had lots of different options for what today is. I should say options like 3 meals. I had a smoothie in there. Okay, it had 3 eggs, bacon, and fruit as the first meal. The second one was a chicken salad. It did have a smoothie in there. And then dinner was burger in a bowl, which we're both big fans of. Okay. And how customizable that is. So obviously nutritionally, we have different needs. All right. But we could use a base of a meal guide and build off it and make it work for, each one of us, and as well as our kids. Now, the very first thing we're going to say is, as you learn the faster way, and if you were to commit to a 6-week round, one of the things that we really help you do is decide, like, maybe the meal guide is not for you. Okay. And maybe you want to follow it to a T, and it makes it super easy for you and your family. It has the grocery list, all of it. That is fantastic. But you could also use it for inspiration. Okay. And that's exactly what I did for today. And I'm going to tell you how I did that. But then you can also be like, you know what? That feels like too rigid for me. And I don't even like some of that food. We don't eat as a family. It makes it more complicated. So what we do is help you take those meals, make them the meals that you're already eating. All right. Figure out where they best suit and how maybe you can make them just adapt to what you need. And then also making sure you're pairing with what your family enjoys as well.
Yes.
Okay. So 3 eggs, your weight's bacon. Okay. I didn't want eggs and bacon for breakfast. And I also knew I had kind of a crazy afternoon. So what I did is I hard-boiled the eggs. All right. I added bacon to a salad, and then I added chicken. Okay. So I'm kind of combining these meals. And then
did you add the eggs and chicken to the salad?
I did. I did. You can have more than one protein in a salad. Okay. Excuse me. And then there was like a peach smoothie. He's definitely not going peach.
No way.
But I'm going to do the berries, okay, and you do a berry smoothie on my way to go start my afternoon, like sports pickups, things like that. And then for dinner, we'll have our own thing. We're actually not doing burger in the bowl tonight. I have a roast in the crock pot because of what our evening looks like. Yeah. So for Jeff, like, he might not do exactly what I did for lunch. All right. He is currently, I did see, he is having a salad, right?
Yeah.
Has some bacon on it, but he's dressing like we are, and he's going to build off of that.
Yeah. I was going to say, we had pork tenderloin left over from yesterday. I think I'm going to throw that on the salad. I think we have a little bit of chicken left, so I'm going to throw that on the salad too.
Yeah. And he'll almost always has a smoothie. So he's going to have a smoothie as well. All right. And then we'll come together for dinner. And so the amounts that he's eating, obviously very different than me. He's eating later than I am just because of the way our normal days work.
Mhm.
And he doesn't always have what I have for lunch. We almost always have similar things for
Yeah.
dinner,
Yeah.
right? Like dinner is
Yeah.
always our thing, but like we kind of like make it work for
Lunch
each
is up
other.
to each other, yes.
Yeah, we make it work for each other. Now, a lot of times, like we'll do like something similar, all right. But what I can make here at home is very different than what he can make, at work or like what he's
Mm.
taking along or when he gets back. So just keep those things in mind as you're going through the meal guide and as you're going through meals. The other thing is if your kids don't love everything that you're having, like maybe you're having
Mhm.
burger and a bowl tonight and you want to just make them burgers, right? Like get the rolls out for them, right?
Mhm.
What do they normally have with it, right? Like so you're making the bowl topped with the burger, right? Like it's gonna be delicious, but you're gonna also make it just you're not making a completely different meal for them. You're just going to maybe arrange it differently on their plate than what you're having, or you're gonna add a side, all right? Or before you add what you normally would add would be cheese, you're gonna pull yours off first. Those are the adjustments that you make that makes it doable for the whole family. You're not in the kitchen making different meals for everyone, right? But then just making small
I will
adjustments.
say our youngest has gone over to the dark side with us, and he likes lettuce wrap burgers.
Oh yeah.
Like he'll prefer that over
Mhm.
bread,
Yeah.
and I
He
mean,
likes the
he's our
crunch.
picky eater, but yeah,
Yeah.
he likes the lettuce
And
too.
he would have never known that if he
Mhm.
hadn't watched us do it.
Yeah.
And like we let him try it, right? And so I know that, changes like this can be hard to implement, but it really does start with you. And
Mhm.
then your kids start to be introduced, even your spouse, if they're not on board quite yet. Like you don't have to make something incredibly different. But it starts the conversation and they see how you might be enjoying your food just as much as they are.
Mhm.
And it's just slightly different than how they're having it and consuming it.
Yeah.
So we hope this helps as your first day, as you're diving in, get your hit workout in today. All right. And get that started. There'll be another training coming from Amanda and some of our hit trainers, our head trainers, sorry, our pro trainers. And you're going to see Jeff and I consistently throughout the week as well. We want to stay connected and we just want to give you a little taste of what it's like to live the faster way lifestyle. All right, guys, we hope you have a good day. Talk to you later.